Hi, everybody. Mr. Caraway here, and I am happy to be talking to you to introduce your Funding Our Future project for this semester. Before I get into the details of this project, I just want to say a couple of things in general. First is that, one, I'm really missing you guys. I wish we were getting together to do this in person and that we could have a regular kickoff for pizza and all the things that we normally do. So hopefully we'll be able to get back to that sometime reasonably soon. But thinking a lot about you guys. The second part is that I know that you have a lot of challenges going on. I know it. The Blue Ridge staff knows it. Your teachers know it. You're getting a lot of information coming at you. You're having to learn in a way that's different than you've previously done so. So we know that this is a challenging year. So we're going to go into this project, and I'll explain a little bit about the goals of the project in a second. But we also understand that you're working through a lot. So the biggest and best thing you can do to help us to help you through this is to make sure you're maintaining good communication with your team members, good communication with your teachers, communication with me if you have questions. Just please make sure that you're letting us know if you're running into issues as you're going through this, because we don't want to put an extra burden on your plate with this project, but we do want to, as with everything we do in Blue Ridge, we want to give you the opportunity to learn and improve in your skills that you will need for college and the workplace. So that's what we're going to get into now. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of a tour on this project. You may have had some information already from your teachers. You're familiar with Blue Ridge projects in general, and I think you're going to find this very much like the projects that you've done. As I mentioned, we have very specific skill goals for this, one of which is for you to get into some good deep dive research and form some conclusions about that research around a particular topic in biotechnology that you've been assigned to with your team. You're going to collaborate as a team to look at those topics once you've done your research and initial writing on that topic. You're going to collaborate as a team to create a grant proposal. So right now, of course, with COVID and lots of other medical issues going on, there are things going on across the entire world that are funded by grants from governments, from individuals. And so these things are really important. The process of identifying an area where you can make a difference, and then trying to figure out what you can do and how you might get some funding for that to make those things happen. Those are really important pieces of research and advocacy and education in important topics like addressing pandemics, for example. So you're going to be doing that. The main thing I'm going to focus on today is kind of the first half of this. We're going to focus mostly on your ability to do the initial research and work with your teams to compile some resources and get ready for your writing piece as well. When we get to the second part of the project, the grant proposal part, we will actually come back and do a little bit more of this kind of stuff with you to clarify what the specific tasks are and things that you need to do. As usual, you have a website here. You've got the goals that I've just kind of been talking about, and it also describes kind of the general steps. So you're going to look at getting database conclusions. You're going to be assigned to your teams, which you've already been assigned. You will be writing your individual research paper so that you can become an expert on your topic. Another important page for you to see is the important dates page. One very critical note is that all of your classes are kind of dealing with different realities in terms of schedule, hybrid, virtual, whatever they happen to be. So your teachers have a lot of latitude on these due dates. These are general due dates that have been set for the entire program. But if you look at this page, anything that's highlighted in yellow is a date that something is due. And you can see it starts with a couple of things where you're doing some early research, here, starting to do that kind of stuff. And then you're going to be working with your peers to kind of share resources and share ideas. And then you'll get down your first draft of the paper is not due until October 20th. The outline is due October 25th. The first draft is not due until the 1st of November, and your final paper draft not due until the 8th of November. So you've got some time here to work on this. And as I mentioned, when we hit the group phase on the 9th of November, we will come back and bring you more information about the specific tasks that'll be required of your group. So for today, there is a kickoff page. There's going to be some information on here about, the project overview. I'm going to be putting this video right here, obviously. Ms. Outen is going to plug in some information on research. We have a new database available to Blue Ridge this year. You've probably already heard a little bit about this, but she'll be able to, she'll put some information about how to access that and how to pull valid academic resources out of that database. And then you have 2 initial assignments, and your teachers may assign these through Classroom or may just tell you to do it straight from here. The first is a group email assignment, and this is just a getting in the groove with your group emails. As you know, you need to collaborate through your group emails so that we can actually see that collaboration and give you credit for that. So each group is going to have a group email that starts out with AP Bio Group and then a number. So it'll end up looking like this, of course. So your group emails are on your group topic sheet, which I'll come to in a second. So the first assignment is to start an email. The person at the top of the list really should start that email out to the rest of the group with a salutation, with a quick answer to one of these 3 questions down here. If you could pick up a new skill in an instant, what would it be? What's something you want to do in the next year? And what's the best advice you've ever been given? So just a quick answer to those things, and then send that on. And then everybody in the group should respond with their own salutation, answer to one of those questions, and then a closure message. So that's due by October 9th, or if your teacher decides to adjust that date, whatever date your teacher tells you. Then the second one is a group resource list assignment. And the purpose of this assignment will be to share resources, as it says here, for research and thoughts. You will have gone through and gone into the Blue Ridge database and start to find resources that maybe give you some information about your particular topic, a couple of words about those resources. And then there's a section on this document for you guys to start thinking about what are some ideas about possible activities we could do for grant funding. So that document will be linked in here, and you'll be able to share this document with your group and then work on this over the next course of the next week. So this is an important page to work through, this kickoff page. Other pages on here, obviously you've got your project topics page, which gives a little bit of extra information about your topics. You've gotten your topic title, but this gives you more information about what exactly are we talking about when we say new drug development. Well, it's a blanket term used to define the process of bringing new pharmaceutical drugs to the market, etc. So this is a good place to go to make sure you know what your topic is talking about. You also have on your group work, you've got your project groups and your assignments. That also has the your group emails there. You'll see you've got so your group number, your group topic, and your group email for starting that group email assignment. So that's an important one. Other stuff that's on here, right now we don't have anything posted on the website for the actual group work portion, because that doesn't start until November. Really, you want to focus primarily on, again, your kickoff assignments, on the things that you need to do to get started with your research, and then we'll be giving you information on the paper guidelines as well as you go into this, and your teachers will be working with this. Your paper for this project is somewhere between 1,000, about 5 pages, 1,000 words, and 1,500 words. So, somewhere between about 5 and 7 pages. So we've actually cut this down a little bit from our normal requirements, because we know you have a lot on your plate for this year. So that's going to be it for right now to kind of kick things off and to get things going. Your teacher will be working with you again on your individual class deadlines. Some of these assignments may be coming to you through Google Classroom. But you definitely want to make yourself familiar with this website, familiar with the guidelines on there, and also familiar with the when we get the information linked in, familiar with the EBSCO Blue Ridge database site, because that's really a critical place for researching. We also have links for how to do APA formatting, which is required for your paper, and other pieces as well. So we will continue to stay in touch, and I say we, me, Miss Alton, and of course your teachers will continue to stay in touch about the requirements of the project. This is, again, going to be a really strong skill set for you. If you can get to college knowing how to do a good research paper, knowing how to do a grant proposal is actually our strong college skill. You will be doing very well. So that's part of what we're going to help you learn through this project. So I am looking forward to working with you on this. I hope that you all are good to go and feel like you can follow these directions and read them carefully. That's going to be an important part. And please, again, keep the communication going between me and your teacher. Thanks for listening, and have a great rest of your week. Take care, and I'll be back in touch soon.